I think the most important thing for your viewers to note is that this is a blockade of Iran's ports rather than a blockage of the Strait of Hormuz. And as a result, much of the action and activity in that area of the world is going to be calibrated by how ships try and escape the blockade. And the 4 ships that have gone through the strait today indicate that perhaps it's not being as enforced as strictly as might otherwise be the case. So for a blockade to be legal and effective, it does have to be enforced. And certainly from the first 12 or so hours of the blockade, that doesn't appear to be the case.
What is the biggest danger right now?
I think there are 2 dangers that leap out as to courses of action that may take place. Danger number 1, I think, is that the ships and the assets that the US Navy have assembled to enforce the blockade are not able to do that.
Entered the chat.
The China factor now has come into play. US sanctioned ships have passed the Strait of Hormuz, China calling Trump's blockade dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting development. I mean, China is ever in global affairs, you know, the sort of sleeping dragon with regards to a lot of this stuff. And indeed, China has been the player, obviously, you know, very powerful player, that analysts have been keeping an eye on. Why do they matter with regards to this? Well, they matter for 2 reasons. And it's basically the symbiotic relationship that exists between Tehran and Beijing. Symbiotic in the sense that Iran is one of China's most significant sources of oil. China relies on Iran despite the sanctions that are in place.
Well, as usual, Trump says one thing on Fox and his propaganda network, and to the American news networks, and another thing. And the fact of the matter is, he can't stop Iran because Iran is backed by China. He can talk tough about a blockade, but this whole war that he got pulled into by Netanyahu, that he didn't think through, didn't put one thought into, he can't win. Just like we could never win Vietnam as long as China was backing him. And we sure as hell tried, 20 years. Well, we're not going to win this one either. China's backing them. And as usual, Trump didn't put any thought into this at all. And now he's trying to save his ass as gas prices go through the roof. Because in the American economy, we may be the number 1 producer of oil, but our reserves are like a number 11 or a number 12. So to keep our reserves up, we rely on foreign oil. Again, Trump hates green energy. So everything he does is counterproductive to what America needs first.